Hello, Amber here from Symbols for Living. This is the weekly forecast for Scorpio for the first week in May. That'll be from the 1st to the 7th of May. Crowning the reading here in the spiritual position, we do have the Justice card reversed, which would suggest that there is a major lesson in bringing balance into your love life, weighing up the pros and cons, also looking at what is justified and what's not, what's fair and what's not. So at the moment, it would appear that there is not enough fairness in your relationship at the moment, and that this needs to be balanced out. Although you may think it's fair and you may be working through this already, you may be already trying to make things fair. This justice card could be very well sideways, on its way round to being upright. But it looks like this seems to be the major overarching lesson to be learned and the best advice on what to keep in the forefront of your mind as you proceed through the week and any problems that you do face in your relationship. Just always to remember fairness and balance, doing what's right for both of you. We do have here in your communication sector the 10 of Swords, which would suggest to me that there has been some sort of ending. Maybe there's going to be a communication this week of something ending, more so to the way that you think about a situation. So if you thought that things were all fair and everything was dandy and you didn't realize, you may now get communication, have a conversation, which then brings to your awareness that actually no, everything that you thought was true about the relationship maybe wasn't, or the way that you saw it wasn't correct, or the expectations that you had of this person or of the relationship wasn't actually the case, and has left you a bit defeated and disappointed, and really feeling like you're kind of back at square one, or whatever you were building on hasn't really reached fruition. But it is the end, so it could very well that something's been happening over the past few weeks that's led up to this conversation, where maybe you've had to tell someone that what they thought was going to be progressing actually isn't going to be progressing, or the way that you thought you were going, you're now changing direction. We've also got the Hierophant in the Earth sector, suggesting that there has been some concrete changes in the way that you go about exercising your values. So it could be that you have come to a new awareness about your value, about what you think is important in terms of how you conduct your relationships and the values that you hold deep within. There could be religious values, spiritual values, concepts, ideas, philosophies on your own life, how you conduct your own affairs, what your own philosophy, your own law, your internal law book is what the Hierophant can often represent as well. What to you works and is fulfilling, is good for you, is the right thing to do. So it looks like you've definitely, you've become definitely more aware of that. You're living it now. And maybe where you are living it, or maybe where your partner is now living their values on a day-to-day basis, this has brought about a conversation which has brought a major end to the direction of the relationship. Or at least you're discussing brand new ways forward, and laying to rest all the things that maybe brought you a lot of strife in your relationship that you didn't need. So yeah, definitely a clear out here through communication though. And then you've got the Five of Pentacles in your challenge sector. So maybe through all this, you are feeling quite drained. Maybe this conversation has left you feeling a bit out in the cold, left you feeling quite disappointed, or you could have brought this situation to somebody else. So, maybe your partner's feeling quite left out in the cold, having to start over, needing, feeling insecure, that there's no one around to kind of really to support them, and they're on their own. Or you could very well feel that way. And with this being in your challenge sector, I would suggest that this possibly could be somebody else, and maybe you're having to try to be a support to them, or the challenge is for you to to show compassion as much as you can to your partner or your ex-partner if you broke up, or through the changes that they're now going to have to endure because of your new realization on your values. You may need to show compassion to your partner as you go through the changes, or if it's you being affected, to show yourself compassion. And also don't forget that, the world is 7 billion people strong. There is someone to talk to. There's someone that can offer you advice and help and support. If you look hard enough, you will find the right person. Better still, if you connect to your own spiritual guides, your own angels, your own, ascended ancestors, your own, creator of the universe, God, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, whoever you connect with. They've created a universe of abundance. They are evidence that, we're constantly reminded that the world is abundant. It's definitely not minimal. There's lots and lots and lots going on, and more that we don't know about. So just rest assured that there is help out there for you, and you should definitely grasp it, and don't let yourself get ill because of these changes. And the good news is that the Hierophant card is upright. So the value that you have found, this newfound sense of value or value systems that you've now committed yourself to, it is the right thing. It is upright. It's not reversed to suggest that maybe you need to change them. It's saying stick to them, act them, be them, live it, be it, be your values. And then in the emotional sector, we've got the King of Swords reversed, which would represent a male in your life that could be being manipulative in some way. Maybe he's now upset, your partner, and is using, the power of his mental abilities or his mental strengths to somehow persuade you, or to talk you round, or to make sure that, he has the last word in the situation, trying to be clever about it, basically, and push his agenda through the power of his mind. And he definitely is a very clever person. And relies very much so on his mind. This could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra person who could be involved in your life, who, just basically isn't necessarily sincere, is quite selfish and ruthless, and not very compassionate. But then you being a Libra, sorry, this is Scorpio, apologies. Sorry, I thought I was talking to Libra there for a second. But yeah, it could be a Libra. Maybe that's why it came up. Maybe there's a Libra person in your life that is acting very much like the King of Swords reversed, who may come across as very, very clever. They can definitely sell ice to an Eskimo kind of person, and will often hide behind his what he says. So he might feel a particular way, but he's not going to be assertive about it per se and tell you. He will play a mind game to see what you might say first. He might ask lots of questions around an issue to see what you think first and then pursue. So he's quite calculating. And there's nothing wrong with being calculating if you need to be, but in the reverse, it shows that the intentions are quite selfish, and they're not that much from a place of love, but more from a place of insecurity. So yeah, maybe by bringing that compassion in with the Five of Pentacles, that maybe could turn the King, upright. But just remember to look after yourself. And with the Justice card being in reverse, it's showing that there is an imbalance here. Maybe this King of Swords is being too pushy, is getting his own way, is forcing his own agenda too much, leaving you, you know, ignoring your own values and feeling out in the cold. So yes, that's for the couples. For the singles, it looks like, you definitely are living your values. You now know, or your values are definitely at the forefront, and you're trying them out, literally, you're practically trying them out, which has caused, maybe a slight shock to your friends and family, or to people that you are kind of dating, casually. It could, your new value system, your new belief system, or new awareness of it anyway, has caused the death of a lot of your contacts. You may lose friends because of this. Yeah, the way you think. But, the Hierophant's upright, so you're in the right. And the Ten of Swords is upright as well. So it's like, yeah, this is going to happen, and this is not necessarily, it's hard to say the Ten of Swords is ever positive, but with it being the upright, I do want to say that it is a positive change, with the Hierophant coming right before it. And it's just saying to keep your head up, and don't let anybody in your life, any new people coming into your life, take you off course with their own ideology that might not work for you. And ultimately it's about bringing more balance into your life this week. From balancing other people's opinions with your own, but ultimately choosing what's right for you. But at the moment, it looks like maybe it's everyone else that seems to have a say more so than you, or other people's opinions. With the King of Swords, very pushing, but that would be someone pushing their opinions on you for their own sake. If the King of Swords is representing you, then it would seem that you could be overthinking things a little bit. You don't need to. You don't need to be, too defensive while you're going through this time. You could become quite emotionally defensive and become quite cold. And it's saying just to be aware of that. Don't get too cold throughout these changes. Although it's understandable at this time you are being asked to use your, with the Justice card also being represented with the sword, it is asking you to kind of not be too subjective about things. But don't become too objective either. It is about balance. So I think that's the tarot card reading complete. I'm going to choose a Wisdom of the Oracle card for this week. So advice for Scorpio for their love life for this week, from the 1st to the 7th of May. Okay, so a card has jumped out and it reads "Not for you," and it's the number 6 card. So 6 represents give and take, love, connection, and it's titled here "Not for you." So maybe there is a connection here going on that is not really for you. It's literally not for you. It's not in line with your values. There's something much better out there for you if you're looking for love. The game is not over. Your luck is still very good. It will tell me this card. Yeah, it's basically just saying it's not for you. Or working out what's not for you and being honest to how you feel about things and what your values are. With the sun in Taurus at the moment, and Taurus representing values, it really is a good time to get in touch with those energies that are now about, or are very influential in this time period. I think The sun will be in Taurus till the 22nd of May, if I'm correct. So yeah, use this energy, look up Taurus, maybe look up values, look into value systems, how to change belief systems through meditation, affirmations and whatnot. And moving forward from there, and the Hierophant will be with you the whole way, the energy for the entire month, or at least till the end of May. So yeah, good luck with that. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm feeling quite positive about things with the Justice card being with you. She is definitely going to try to, you know, she's definitely here to let you know that the universe is aware that there is the imbalance and the balance needs to be brought in, and the energies are here with you now this month to help you do that. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Any comments that you'd like to leave them in the section below, or send me an email. Alternatively, you can contact me through social media, Facebook, Twitter. I forget the rest, there's a few. I'm not that busy on them, but if you leave me a message there, I do get an update and I will definitely respond. Yeah, so until then, I'll speak to you next week. And I'd just like you to remember that the best route in life is always to choose love and not fear. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.